Hello guys, I'm back this time with a live reaction to the LEGO Ideas The Office. Now, I only just heard about this, and this is a raw reaction, and honestly, from the looks of this, I am very surprised, but also equally impressed that this is going to have the potential to become a LEGO set. The fact that there's been many versions of this set, and the fact that this one was the one that got the most supporters definitely is surprising to me. There have been a lot of versions of this, but this one definitely looks to be the set that Lego would make. Um, as we know, Lego likes to save money, and this captures all of the normal scenes and it still gives us a large amount of Easter eggs and posability. So I'll actually scroll through the pictures. So it says here that the walls for the conference room and Michael's office can be easily removed. That's probably a given in the actual set. The figures it comes with are Michael Scott, Pam, Jim, Dwight. Angela actually has the tiny figure legs, which I think is a neat detail. Comes with Kevin, Oscar, Phyllis, Andy, and Stanley Hudson. Actually, I don't really like the look of Andy right here. I think the spiked hair piece, where it's spiked at the front, would have been a much better choice, as well as in a lighter color. The clothes also, in my opinion, don't match. And I think Stanley looks a little too young as this figure. Of course, I understand that these are just thrown together, but LEGO will probably use these as at least some inspiration if this gets selected as a set. Um, Another problem I have is a lot of these figures look too old or too young. Um, like Toby and Ryan, they look too old, while Meredith and Creed look a little bit too young, in my opinion. It's also going to be pretty difficult to get all of these characters in this set. Um, Lego doesn't like to include a lot of characters in their sets, especially not in uh, rather large ones. I think the max that I've seen is 11 characters in a set. Um, I could be wrong. I have been on many occasions, um, but that's just what I think is going to be the deal. I mean, I don't think we're going to get all of the characters. Obviously, we're going to get the main four with Pam, Jim, Dwight, and Michael. But I think the rest is up to speculation, especially for the not so important minifigures like Meredith or Kevin or Stanley. Now, I don't think Lego is going to copy off of this set directly a lot. In fact, I think they're going to go out of their way to kind of branch off into their own unique version of this if they do make this a set. Because we got to remember, like, this is all just up to chance. I personally think that this will be voted for because there's so many people that have been asking for this set for so long. But there's also some other really great Lego ideas candidates that are up for speculation as well. And I think, honestly, it's just a risk that we're going to have to be willing to take. Of course, here it's the minifigure, one of Dwight's bobbleheads in Jello. So I think that would be a fun inclusion. Um, it doesn't look like the drawers actually pull out. This looks modified slightly. So I hope that Lego actually does give us pull-out drawers. Kind of an insignificant detail, but something that I want regardless. This looks to have adequate spacing. The minifigure expressions are pretty accurate for the most part. I like all of the computers with the Dunder Mifflin stickers on them. That'll definitely be a nice thing to add to my collection if that does make it through to the final cut. Here's just some more shots of the desks. The Office fans will catch a lot of familiar things with this. Now, okay, the only concern that I actually have is that it doesn't have walls on the back. Obviously, that makes it easier to see, but that also just completely takes away from the accounting desk over here, because the part of it, the problem is that they had filing cabinets, and I just think that's going to be a little bit of a drawback. The person that made this, I think, is getting their hopes a little bit too high. Obviously, props to them for doing this. This is an amazing set. I think that they are very good at Lego building in general and should continue what they're doing. But I do see some problems here with Lego actually making this the way that it's portrayed here. So yeah, I think that it's just going to be one of those things that we're going to be disappointed on some of it, but at least we're getting something. Like the main draw here for most people will probably be the minifigs. Um, I know I'm definitely going to get this set, maybe a couple of them to sell later on, but really it's just there. We saw with the Lego Friends lineup, you can only do so much at a small price. They had to take away a lot of the apartments in those sets, and although the finished product was great, it really just didn't look like a. It looked like there were chunks missing almost. Like the walls were completely gone in some sections, so you could uh, get into the rooms, and I think that's just going to take away some of the display value. Especially if they make the set just one giant square, it's not really going to fit on a shelf that easily. And I think they have to kind of account for that. So, my guess would be the finished product, if this does get made, will probably be more like a rectangle if it does uh, officially become a thing. So that was my reaction to this set. Personally, I can't wait for it. I hope that this gets voted. Um, I really am anxious to see the results. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.